Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk about the topic of coloring. Everybody plays grooves and they have their groove solid, but you could add more to it if you just applied various sound sources on your drum set. So I have a jam block, a cowbell, a tombek, as well as a cowbell that I play with my foot, and I want to add those to some patterns that I practice. The pattern that I'm going to start with is called Broken, and you can find it in Gary Chester's book, The New Breed 2. If you check out that book, this is exactly how it'll sound as written. What I've decided to do to add color to my groove is apply the cowbell with my foot. So I'm going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with my heel toe on the cowbell and the hi-hat. And then of course I'm going to play the pattern that I just played in addition. So it should sound like this. Okay, so what I decided to do to start coloring my patterns, in addition to the cowbell, was move my left hand around. So I was playing snare drum previously, but now I'm moving it to a cross stick sound and a couple of tom-tom sounds. So now it becomes this when you start coloring or layering it. The next step that I thought about doing was moving my right hand down to various sources like the cowbell or the tombek. And when you do that, you could have something like this. Another great sound would be the tombek, so let's add the tombek with the right hand as well. Another great addition would be to move your left hand over to the jam block. So if we start doing that, we can have something like this. So I also moved my left hand down to the snare drum then and changed the right hand pattern. In the book, Gary Chester asks you to add a lot of bass drum variations. So why don't we add some bass drum variations? One of the good ones is to play the bass drum on E and Ah. And the reason why I like it is because it sounds really thick and layered when you have the hi-hat and the cowbell playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you create this. And then you go through as many of the variations as you possibly can with bass drum to these patterns, both in its basic format and in all its dressed up format. Finally, and if you do it correctly, Gary Chester asks you to play along with the metronome and sing the metronome pulse. So you would be singing ta, 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 right on the quarter notes while you're playing all these patterns. And man, this really stretches out the mind. Now, what I'm hoping happens is as you start to play all this, you start expanding the colors and the layering in your very basic stuff. And then it just, man, it takes on a life all its own. It creates something unique and different that other people might not be playing. So check out Gary Chester's book, The New Breed 2. This pattern is called Broken. Check out all the scenarios that I just played. Create new scenarios on your own. If you have a huge drum set, you have more sound options. So enjoy. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye now.